What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Naraki over here at Naraki is Gaming, and today I got another special division video for you guys. Before we get started, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and let's get right into it. Before we get started, if you hear any kind of squeaking as of that noise, that's my chair. My chair is fucking breaking, time to get a new one. But besides the point, today's video is based on how to build your assault rifle. And what I mean by how to build your assault rifle, everybody plays different, everybody has their own aspect or on what talents in the game is actually good on assault rifles. But I definitely think there are some fine details to an assault rifle that you need to pay attention to have a strong assault rifle. All right, and today I'm going to demonstrate my example of what a strong assault rifle and some pretty good dominant talents that I think are in the game that people underlook or probably don't underlook. All right, and I'm also going to show you the best way to mod it. All right, so without further ado, let's get it started. So first thing we're gonna do, as you can see right now, I am rocking the striker builds. If you guys haven't seen my striker video, make sure you go check that out. I'll make sure I leave that link in the description below. It's upgraded since the video, so you might see it look different from here, but yeah, it's a really good build. I'm telling you, if you guys haven't tried the striker build, you know, go ahead and play with it. I'm actually gonna try another build with the striker build, but as for right now, I'm having so much fun with the striker build. And I know a lot of you guys are saying that, oh, it's strong because I can stack. In the way I got my build set up, the stack, it's seriously just a bonus for me. Okay, I'm hitting you with straight raw damage. I'm killing people without even getting stacks, like kills on top of kills on top of kills. It's ridiculous how strong this is. But here's the best way I think it is. First thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna point out some details to you that you need to pay attention when you're getting an assault rifle. Some people love the Lovo C or the light M weight M4. Now, in my opinion, those are the two best assault rifles in the game. All right. If you're not rocking that, then you should be rocking it. Unless you're rocking a tactician build, the Liberator is pretty good with that also. All right, and it for the high rate of fire, it dishes a lot of damage about that. So yeah, and another thing I want to point out, guys, don't pay attention too much to your primary DPS. All right, since day one, there's been many videos, and I already said it since day one, that the primary DPS is smoke and mirrors. It's not fully accurate, but it has some kind of accuracy to it, so you have to take that in consideration. But do not believe in your DPS at all given time, because I see a lot of people with high DPS and they question why their builds are not hitting very hard. Well, it could come down to the type of talents that you have on your weapon and also the type of mods that you have equipped on your weapon. You have to pay attention to those things. All right, so let's get started. First thing I want you to pay attention to, if you look to the right, you see at the top it has 18% armor damage. Now off rip right there, armor damage is not, enemy armor damage is not a big substance as it was in the 1.5, seeing that they dumbed down everybody and made everybody a lot more squishy, and the max armor is at 35, so therefore enemy armor damage still plays a small factor, but it's better for PvE. all right, so it does have its place in PvP, but not as it did in 1.5, so that's not too much of a big factor, but it's still good to have. All right, second thing I want you to notice, 19.9k damage. My gun is unequipped with nothing, and I'm saying 19k damage. That is extremely important, guys, that you have a high base damage assault rifle. 18.5 is okay, but you want to get anything to the 18.8 to the 19.1s. You want to hit 19 and up, basically what I'm telling you, okay, because you want to have that raw base damage just hitting hard automatically. Okay, now next thing we're going to move down to my talents. My talents I'm running on here is vicious, deadly, and competent. Vicious is a love and hate thing with me. All right, vicious is not probably, I'm gonna say vicious is top five best talents in the game to have on any gun. I would say vicious, except for SMGs, because SMGs come with a very high chances of crit already, but you can put it on there if you want to be greedy. But the other talent that beats vicious is adapt. Adapt is a very strong talent, and let me tell you why adapt beats vicious. Critical hit chances increase by 10% while having more than 2 segments of health. So this talent right here is only active when I have more than 2 segments of health. If I'm in a gunfight and I go below 2 segments of health, this talent is no longer active. Where adapt, on the other hand, it gives you 7.5 critical hit chance no matter what. It don't have any, it just gives you 7.5. and it's when you use a skill. So whenever you use a skill to heal yourself, whenever you use your pulse, your seeker mind, whatever skills you're running, you're gonna get 7.5 critical hit chance. Yes, it's not 10%, but that 7.5 is very strong. Counter that with some striker gloves and you're doing a hell of an amount of damage. Now the reason why I'm running deadly, people would argue, say, oh, you should run brutal or whatever you want to run. I run deadly because I think about how I play. Do I aim for the head a lot of the times? No, I really don't. I'm really aiming for the biggest part of the body, which is the torso. All right, and I'm trying to deal as much damage and take you down as quickly. Now obviously the head would be identically the best part to aim, but if I need to aim for the head, I'm gonna deal a amount of damage because I'm hitting hard regardless. So if I aim for the body, I'm hitting you hard. If I aim for the head, it's like a bonus for me because I'm gunning you down a lot more faster. But in generally, I'm just gunning you down quickly no matter where I aim. But I generally pick deadly because critical hit damage is increased by 15%. Like I said, I'm not trying to depend on stacks using a striker, and that's where a lot of people go wrong. They try to depend on those stacks. But you have to understand, every shot you miss, you lose 2% of those stacks. All right, now for every 1 second that you're not shooting, it goes down, and it goes down very slow. So if you stack it up to 100 and you're just running around looking for people, the next person who runs up to you is gonna get the shit end of that stick. Okay, that's, like I said, it's a big bonus. Now competent, a lot of people I think is undermining competent. All right, oh, excuse me. Competent is very, very good. Weapon damage is increased by 10% for 15 seconds after using a skill. Now this is a real good build. I caught wind of this talent probably like 1.3 days. All right, 1.3, 1.4 is when I caught wind of competent, and I fell in love with it ever since, and I've always put it on all my weapons due to the fact that my base damage is at 19.9. When I pop my skill, it's gonna go to like 20, I think it goes to like 22.2 or 23 or something like that. It goes up. So imagine that it goes, like, let's say it just goes to 23.3, plus with all these talents equipped, plus with the mods equipped, I'm hitting you extra hard. All right, so preferably is up to you. Now you can run, I would say the best talents to run in my aspect, this is what I like running for right now, but sometime I would run unforgiving, deadly, and competent, or I would run unforgiving, responsive, and competent, or responsive, unforgiving, adapt. You see where I'm going with this? Do you really see, you see the pattern where I'm going with this? All right, so next thing I want to show you is the stats. These are my raw stats on my assault rifle right now. My critical hit chance is at 19%. That's with nothing equipped. Now mind you, the vicious gives me that 10% automatically right there. Okay, so I have that, and then the striker is giving you that that you know, that 7% critical hit chance, so you have to take that in consideration also. My critical hit damage is at 55 and my headshot damage is at 75, and I don't even have anything equipped on it. Okay, so think about that. Now let's go ahead and equip some mods on the gun. Here's my raw stats right here. 185k, 850 RPMs, 30 in the mag. First thing we're gonna start off with is the muzzle. Now my experience, and after testing and testing, critical hit damage is so important. Usually I would do this. This was the old me. Headshot damage, critical hit chance, critical hit damage. Nothing wrong with that. If you are a person that ideally aims for the head, I would say 88 to 90% of the time in all of your battles, this is what you want to go with right here as your suppressor. But be real with yourself. If you're not that accurate and you're not that swifty, you want to go for crit hit damage. Okay, critical hit damage, crit hit chance, and something like this is more ideal for what you want to get. Now optimal range is a wasted talent. You do not need this, I believe, on no gun, so I'm looking for a better one. I would take accuracy, but optimal range would, I mean, like both of them, you can't go wrong with either or, but to me I would take accuracy over optimal range due to the fact when you shoot, which I will show you later on in the video, they got little dots around the halo of your gun when you're shooting. That's actually directing, you know, it's smaller, so it's making your shots go more straighter and you're more accurate with your shots, so you're landing more shots and you're dealing more damage. That's why I would pick accuracy over optimal range. But I would choose, of course, I would choose, you know, headshot damage in that, or something like that, 6% headshot damage in that spot right there. But critical hit damage is what you want. High critical hit damage. As you can see, I have 19%. Okay, next we're gonna go down to the grip. The grip, it's one of those situations where it depends on you guys. Like I said, Me, I'm gonna go with critical hit damage. Critical hit damage, some people will go critical hit damage, stability, and reload speed. On the Lova C and the lightweight M4, I do not feel that you need stability, seeing that you can roll stability on like your holster and stuff like that, so you kind of don't need stability. But on this case, I'm gonna pick stability because I do not have it rolled on any of my gear, but I don't need stability for this gun because it's very, very manageable and you can control it, and I'm gonna show you later on. So I would pick that. As you can see, guys, I'm already at 200 plus DPS, okay, and we're not even done with the gun yet. Next, a lot of people would say go with the 5.52 hollow sight because you get the crit hit chance, critical hit damage, and the stability. But if you notice, you're only getting 7% critical hit chance, 4% critical hit damage. Those are low numbers. You're not gonna hit as hard as you think you're really gonna hit, even though you see green. People see green in that DPS and they get all excited. Ooh, I'm gonna be hitting extremely hard. No, shut the fuck up, sit the fuck down. No, you're not. All right, here's what you need to do. But like I said, it's up to you. You don't have to, don't take my word for it. Test it out and find out for yourself. I usually go here. All right, to me, the pro red dot sight is extremely good. Critical hit damage, you have 17% critical hit damage, you're getting 3% critical hit chance and 6% headshot damage. Boom, I'm gonna apply that. Do what you want to do, but this is what I'm gonna apply. I have another one, not as good because it has accuracy and optimal range, so when I find another one that's similar to this, I'm gonna apply it to my SMG. But to me, the stat roll for critical hit damage is a lot higher. You get your 3% critical hit chance and the 6% headshot damage, okay? Next, here's where it's very important, your magazine. If you guys don't have that extended magazine blueprint, you guys need to go get it. It's very extremely important. But I mean, you can always pick up mods and mags in the dark zone, but let's be honest, who's really in the dark zone right now, right? Let's be real about the situation. Me personally, I had got this from the first time the update was released. It's I think it was 113% yes, and I've never seen anything higher. I've seen higher on other videos, but I've never gotten a higher mag. So let me turn on my mic. So this magazine right here, it comes 113 magazine size, 2.5 critical hit chance with 5.8 rate of fire. Now I could easily go here. I mean, get more crit chance, get more crit damage, but the reason why I'm going with this is because of the rate of fire. Because the assault rifles have, 800, 850 RPM is a little slow. Depending on the opponent that you might be facing, you don't know if they're running an SMG build, or you don't know if they're running the MP7, which comes at 900 base RPMs, or you don't know if they're running the Liberated. So, like I said, the DPS plays a certain part. The amount of RPMs you're dealing, all right, that's round per minute. So the amount of rounds per minute that you're dealing equals, plus your DPS of your damage that your damage per second, it's gonna do an enormous amount of damage to them, especially in last stand. All right, I mean, there's many ways I can go with this. I know you guys have seen all these other mags and you're like, oh, I would pick that. A lot of people would jump to this. I find this better because of the magazine size and the rate of fire. Boom, I'm at 321. I mean, do I have to say it? You guys see it for yourself, all right? Now, I bet you guys are saying, well, that's not the proper way to build it, but I showed you my character stats before it was equipped. Now, let's go look at it now. Here's what my assault rifle looks right now. Now, my critical hit damage, I can get it to 111. I choose to stay at 109. Critical hit chance is 27.5, and my headshot damage is 81. My headshot damage was like, what, 53, 54? My crit hit before was at 19, and my critical hit damage was low as shit. It was somewhere in the 40s. So, I mean, I don't know, guys. This right here is very, very strong. I would definitely show you. All right. Now let's go into the shooting range real quick, so I can show you exactly what I mean about that accuracy. Now you see those 3 dots around the middle dot, that's like on the out rim, like right in the middle, that is your accuracy right there. You see when I hold, you see how wide it gets? Now if I had a lot more accuracy, they would be a lot more smaller, like the reticle wouldn't get as wide. But if I didn't have any accuracy, it would get a lot more bigger. Now here's the other thing why I say it's very controllable. this is me not trying to control the weapon. You see, as it goes vertical, that's fine. As it's going vertical, that's totally fine. That's what I like about the Lova C and the lightweight M4. All you have to do is slightly pull back on the joystick, and I'm practically centered at all costs. Okay, let's go for a smaller part, which is the head. I'm here with it. I'm here with it. I'm here with it. See, it's not a lot of work. Now, using the Police M4, you're more it's more on the left or right type movement with the Police M4. But the Lova C, the lightweight M4, and the Liberator, they all go up like this. All you have to do is pull back, and there you go. Alright, there it is right there. And there you guys have it, guys. Those are the best stats and best mods that I think that you can possibly pick for an assault rifle. But like I said, you can definitely, and look at that. That's if I'm stacking. If I'm stacking, I'm at 38 point. Like I said, it's a bonus, all right? So it's definitely, you know, important. Striker is very, very strong. But competent is for weapon damage, and that's with me not popping any skills. Imagine I pop skills on top of the 38.2, it just get ridiculously strong. With the vicious for more critical hit chance, that because assault rifles do have low crit, and deadly because of the critical hit damage of the body. All right, and not to even mention that I'm running striker glove, savage glove, so I'm getting 7% crit at all times. Also, I have 15% critical hit damage on there. Then I have another 5.5 critical hit chance on there. I mean, it's endless where they're coming from. Then not to mention that I'm running pulse. My pulse is giving me 11.7 and 13.7. Now, it's not the best stats, but the reason why I run pulse is that for visual. I need to be able to see where my opponents are when I'm in last stand, all right? If you had them behind a truck, I could chase you down and gun you down. So that's the real reason why I like running pulse, all right? And yeah, there you guys have it. So you guys let me know in the comment section below what are some of the talents that you run on your assault rifles. Give tips and comment down in the section below. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and it's your boy Narakius, and I'm gonna see you when I see you. Peace.